Hey everybody, you're watching a physio named Jonah. That's this guy. Bit of a different setup today. We're doing a different style of video. Happy New Year for 2024. 2024 is going to be a year where I want to investigate something that I've been interested in a passing way for a while and now want to dive more into. I've been interested in science fiction and the world of space and the future since I was a kid, loving series like Alien, Metroid, Star Trek, Star Wars, all sorts of different things. I was very into Farscape for a while. And I've been increasingly knowing that the future is now and artificial intelligence is very much here. ChatGPT is definitely something that I am very much not new to the game on. All the YouTube videos that I looked up to explain, which I'll put over here, what ChatGPT even is, are mostly from a year ago when it launched in November of 2022, I believe. So starting 2024 is definitely not new that ChatGPT is here. I've been interested in thinking about how AI can influence us in the healthcare industry and how that could be something that we use to potentially help patients moving forwards. But in its current form, what can we do with it right now? So what I want to start with, and this is going to be a project that I'm going to work on throughout 2024, is using ChatGPT to create a workout program. So we're going to start today, basically create a workout program. I'm going to do some physical testing on myself, and we're going to track how that kind of works on through the next little while. I want to do some check-ins throughout the year. I haven't exactly decided what time points. I'm thinking monthly. I'll check in, see if there's ways we can use it to either update the workout program, change it, keep running with it, look at what's happening. How can AI help me make a workout program for myself? And also throughout the year, how can we use AI to maybe address some things in the healthcare world, look for answers? This is what I am seeking to look into here in 2024. So why don't we go ahead and get started? I've made myself a ChatGPT account because I'm a cool kid now. Let's go ahead and just straight up ask message ChatGPT to make me a workout program. I'm gonna keep it broad to start off with and just kind of see what comes up. And then we will go from there and we will get a little more specific. Interesting. Okay, so our first workout program that when I just look up in general to make me a workout program is 7 days, with day 1 being full body strength, day 2 being cardio, day 3 of rest, day 4 of HIIT training, that's interesting, a flexibility and mobility day, rest or active recovery, and an outdoor or recreational activity day. It talks about, it's all pretty broad. I mean, it's got squats, push-ups, rows, lunges, planks. Keep in mind it's essential to tailor any fitness plan to your individual goals. So obviously it's talking about consulting a fitness professional. Hey, that's good. Come see somebody like me. If you're looking at ChatGPT and you're trying to make yourself a workout program, hey, maybe just go, see your physio or go see your trainer, something like that to go with it. This is a good general program, but I think we're going to try and make it a little more specific because I want to work on improving my strength. So we're going to instead, let's say, make me strength training program and see what it comes up with for that. Interesting. Okay, so as soon as we switched the prompt to be a little bit more specific, it's a basic strength training program that targets the major muscle groups, adjusting weights and repetitions based off your fitness level and increasing the intensity as you progress. Yeah, that's important to note here. When it's doing all of these basically strength training things that it's giving me, it's not giving any weights. It's giving exercises and sets and repetitions, but it's not giving any weights to work with. It's instead saying to adjust them based off of fitness level, which obviously creates a barrier to entry if you are new to it and just not knowing what kind of weights you should be looking into. But that is where talking to a professional or working with somebody or even just trying it out at very low repetitions and weights and just increasing from there can help you know what you're going to be working on. So this program that it's given me includes in a week 1, 2, 3, 4 workout days with a day of cardio and 2 days of rest. I don't mind that because I want it to be, like, I'm not going to be working out every day, obviously. I'm not looking for that. I do need to make sure that I'm either going to have to adjust some of these things or change things, because it's going to be workouts that I'm doing here at home. So I'm not going to have access to things like a barbell, which I mean I can just switch up with doing a dumbbell press. I don't want to make it such that I am modifying this, because I want it to see what can AI make me as a workout program without me sort of putting my own lens onto it. So let's get a little bit more specific. Let's say, make me a strength training program for home workouts. I don't have any weights higher than 30 pounds, so I'm going to say weights lower than 30-pound dumbbells. And let's see what it comes up with for that as I get more specific. Okay, so it says that I can still achieve an effective strength training workout with lighter dumbbells at home. Hey, look at that. I would agree. So day one is a full body goblet squat, dumbbell bench, bent over rows, overhead press, plank with shoulder taps. Then it's got a day of cardio. Then it has a core and stability day. Okay, I definitely like that. I like that more. I feel like that's something I can probably work with for the first little while, because it's including squats, rows, presses. I do feel like it's a little bit more loaded to the upper body training, which makes sense because it is dumbbells. I'm getting squats, lunges, and deadlifts in every week. What I might do is switch the cardios up, because I often do cardio by just running with my dogs. So I may do that on different days, but do the workouts in the right order. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 days of workouts with 2 sessions of cardio and a rest day built in throughout the week. Okay, so it definitely got better the more specific I got with it. What I'm probably gonna do is start with this workout program and then see how much it will change with me. It doesn't seem to want to give me weights, like specific weights to use for each exercise. So I guess that will be an area where I am being a little bit, I'm having to kind of make my own decisions based off of my own knowledge of working out, that I'm gonna have to be picking what weights I'm using for certain things, but I will follow the sets and repetitions that it's giving me. It does do a pretty good job of trying to be as specific as you give it information for and give you enough for each day. It's not talking too much about like intensity or exertion. Obviously it's pretty broad. I could see how much more specific it'll get me. I may keep this workout program, but try a few more specific prompts and see how much more specific the information that it gives me is. So let's give that a go. So I say, make me a workout program for 4 days a week of strength training with dumbbells lighter than 30 pounds and multiple days of cardiovascular training targeting an improvement in overall body strength. Let's see if it gives something similar, something different. Okay, looks like I may have just inadvertently given it the exact same prompt that it already gave me to spit out, essentially. Yeah, okay. So let's go with this workout program and we will build off of this as we go. So it's gonna be whole body, upper body, lower body. This one doesn't look like, oh, this one substituted one of the core mobility days for another cardio training day. I'll probably do the one that had core and stability and a couple days of cardio into it. So not a whole lot of change. Again, it doesn't really want to get into any sort of like specific weights. It just tells you to go based off of what feels good for you. So this is going to be the workout program that I'll put it up on the screen. We're gonna have a full body workout day. We're gonna have some cardio days mixed in, core and stability, lower body workouts, cardiovascular exercise, upper body workout, and a rest day, which I'll include. So as I'm going through this program, I'll be uploading some things onto either YouTube via Shorts, potentially onto TikTok, Instagram, trying to basically track as I go through it, and we'll track my progress as we go from start to end. Again, I kind of want to see how I can use AI to actually change this workout program as it goes. Immediate sort of thing that I'm thinking about with this, if I was talking to somebody about using this for home, is that there's no mention of technique. Obviously, it uses some names that are a bit more specific, like Russian twist, wood choppers, side plank with hip dips. I know what those things are, but even in the exercise world, it can be a little bit hit and miss in terms of what people term certain things as. So if you're going to use this to create yourself a workout program, it's going to require either some base knowledge or looking into things online to basically try and figure out what it is. Also, things like talking about moderate intensity cardio. What does that mean? What does moderate intensity mean to the average person? I'll probably base it off of heart rate and trying to achieve a heart rate, which I'll track with my watch. But to the average person, moderate intensity cardio may feel just very much too vague. And even, again, I'm bringing it up again, the lack of being specific with weights or intensity does make it more difficult. And the lack of obviously knowing what something is supposed to look like or feel like would be an immediate barrier. Like if I'm doing a dumbbell wood chopper, I might see a couple different ways that I'm supposed to be doing it. Am I doing it right? Does it feel like I'm doing it right? I'll kind of take note of those things as I go through, but obviously I'm going to be using a little bit of my background as a physio and somebody who's been working out or training in the gym for years to my advantage. So this is going to be our workout program that we'll start with. We'll update it from here. I'm going to throw it to myself doing my strength testing and getting my measurements done and everything. And we will go ahead and kick off 2024 and the year of AI. So thanks for hanging out with me here. On to the strength testing. Alright, so it is Saturday, January 6th, and this is testing day 1 before I start the workout program, probably tomorrow. Maybe today if I'm feeling ambitious, but probably tomorrow. I'll probably start on the Sunday and then run the weeks there through that. I've decided on 4 tests and 2 physical measures that I'm going to use to track progress throughout this entire thing to see how AI can help me improve my body. So what I have decided to do is 4 physical tests, starting with dumbbell overhead press with 15-pound dumbbells to see how many I can do. Then we'll see how many push-ups I can do, we'll see how many single leg squats I can do on each side, and we'll see how long I can hold a front plank for, because apparently I don't like myself. So we're going to start with our dumbbell overhead press. Nice and simple, it's how many of these I can do in a row, and that will be our starting measure. I'm going to basically with these cap myself from my own physio brain of like when I start to really do poor technique, not just failure. So if I start to be unable to do it without like really cheating in any of the tests, I'll probably call it there. I'm not here trying to make myself hurt any more than I have to. Okay, so 15-pound dumbbell overhead press. I'm just going to go lateral position up over top, and we'll see what we can get done. Starting to go. Okay, I could maybe have like cheated for 1 or 2 more there, but the shoulders were really starting to give out. And I'm starting to see spots a little bit from maybe not breathing as much as I should. So 34, I believe was the count. I'll keep myself honest by checking on the video bank. That's 34 overhead dumbbell presses with 15-pound dumbbells. That did not feel awesome. I do not like these fitness tests already. Okay, so next up is how many single leg squats I can do. I think I'll do both sides. I think what I'm gonna do is basically just tap down onto the stool, and if I accidentally sit or fall backwards, test is over. I can't do any more from there. Or if I can no longer make it down, or if I'm falling or whatever. But how many single leg squats can I do on each side? Let's find out. Okay, we'll say 20 on that side. I probably cheated a little bit in trying to get there, but I made it through. On the left side, 20 on the right. Like 7 until I fell down. Okay, so probably a little skewed on that one. Maybe I'll take the cumulative between the two in case I fail like that. So I got like 20 on the right side and like 7 on the left, which I'm surprised about. I thought my left side was going to be better. That's usually more of my stability leg, but hey, didn't do so well today. So 20 on the right, 7 on the left. Let's move it on. Okay, so I already know both of these ones are going to be miserable. And if I was thinking, I would have done one of these at the start and one of these at the end, because they're both using very similar muscle groups. But hey, we didn't think of that. So I'm going to keep it consistent as I do all the tests. So I'll do these back to back. I will do how many push-ups I can do, then I'll give myself like 60 seconds or so to rest, maybe 2 minutes if I'm feeling really luxurious, and then I will jump into my endurance plank test. But first, let's just see how many push-ups I can do. I'm gonna count it as a fail for myself if I start to feel like my low back really caving down. You guys can hold me honest in the video. Maybe it starts happening a little bit earlier than I even call it myself, but let's see how many we can do with reasonably good technique before my body just kind of gives out. Doing this for science, folks. I'm doing this for science. Okay. Let's see if I get 30. Nope. Okay. Hey, I did my age. I made it to 28 push-ups. Age 28. Let's go, boys. Okay. Plank test next after a quick rest. Okay, last test of the day, we're going to do a plank test to see how long I can hold a front plank for. Pretty straight down the barrel on this one. I will cap it if I start to feel like I'm falling down towards the ground too much, if my shoulders can't hold it anymore, whatever it is, and we'll just see how long I can hold that for. So, let's get started. I'm so excited. Oh boy, can't wait. I did this at work a little while ago, and I think I held it for like 2 minutes. So, let's find out. Noticeable shaking is not making me feel the most confident about my overall endurance here. Wow. 1 minute and 20. Ugh. I'm not sure why that one was so much worse than when I did it before. Maybe I just happened to be particularly fatigued after all the push-ups. Not sure. But that's our starting point, 1 minute and 20 on the held plank. So at the end of this, I'll put all the things up on the screen. Next, I'm gonna have my body measurements taken, and that will conclude it for the physical testing. Just filmed this entire thing with my microphone off, so we're gonna run through it again. Just had my wonderful wife Nicole finish taking my body measurements, which I will put on screen here. We were 14 inches on both calves, 21 inches on the right thigh, 20.75 on the left, 30.5 inches on the waist, 36 inches at the chest, 12.25 inches on the left bicep, and 11.75 on the right. For push-up totals, we made it to 28. Made it to my age, at least for now. 20 squats on the right and 20 squats on the right leg and only 7 on the left side. We made 34 overhead presses with the dumbbell using 15 pounds, and I held my plank for 1 minute and 20 seconds before falling to the floor. My weight that I took right before was 148 pounds, and again, I'll try and keep this flow consistent as I do check-ins throughout going through this process. Now, I'm going to be tracking this as I go along, so follow along on the socials. I will kind of be updating how things are going, what my experience is with it. I'll then do more significant check-ins with YouTube videos in more long format like this to kind of go through how the process is going. My restriction that I want to give myself is any adjustments I'm making to the program moving forwards as I try and adapt it to myself are going to be made through ChatGPT or using AI to see how effectively I can I'll use it to help me alter what I'm already doing, because that's kind of the point of it. I don't want to just see if I can make a workout program, because I feel pretty confident given my background that I'm capable of doing that. So I want to see if the AI can really kind of like help me go and how far I can take this thing. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider hitting subscribe if you do want to follow along with this. That very much helps out the channel, as does leaving me a thumbs up and hitting that button down below. But most importantly, as always, move your body, have a laugh today, and I will see you at the next video.